Number 8 of the Agents of Influence is the commitment ladder. So the commitment ladder basically says that if you try to dump this full application onto somebody right out of an ad, they were responding to an offer, they go and they see this huge application, they're just going to feel like, oh wow, that I'm not ready for that, I'm opting out. But if you use small commitments, you're more likely to get them to the end. So you start with commitments that are like choose one or two, and they just click it with the mouse. This one, oh this one, oh this one, and these small commitments. Now they're feeling more committed. Then you can get to a point where you ask them to type something. What's your, type this. What's your first name? Type that in. What's your second name? Right? And so you go through and you do these small commitments, and then at the end you can get them to say, okay, put in your credit card, which is a huge commitment, which is to get them to, do something physical, go find their wallet or pull it out and then read off their credit card. Part with that information is a huge commitment. So start with the small commitments and slowly get them to fill the thing out and then give you the more valuable information that you know is harder to get out of them. It works for you too, because then you can see where they drop off in that process of filling out that information. Was it this question that killed it? Do I have a huge drop off? Maybe I'll move it later down the consistency ladder. So you can start with small verbal commitments with individuals, asking them something, asking them to make a decision, do something small verbally, and then you can move on to doing actionable things. A great way to explain this, this is the reason that chatbots work so well, because you're able to get them to do those small commitments and they feel like it's just a natural conversation. So when they go to communicate with your business page and you pop up and you say, hey, great, thanks for touching, what would you like to learn more about? That is a commitment right there. That is interacting, that is getting that engagement. So then they click one of the items in your list. Oh, I want to know about this workbook that you have. Okay, click. And then it comes up and says, great, yeah, our workbook is, If you want it, just go ahead and drop your email. And then it's just another click. Even though Facebook pops up their email there and they're parting with it, it's easy for them to click it because it's right there. And so, boom, dropping the email. Awesome. Would you like this added incentive? Drop your phone number as well. Oh, sure. I'm just clicking. Boom, boom. So you can get really valuable information out of them when they don't have to type it, when they don't have to do it. Think about people on the move quickly, and they're in the bathroom or they're at a stoplight, they're on their phone, and they grab this thing and they're like, oh, that's super interesting. I just don't have time this second. So with chatbots, you're able to get that information out of them very quickly. Expect that that's what's happening. They're just responding to you in a busy world. And so they just need to get to the point quickly. Yes, it's something I want. Boom, here's my email. We'll chat about it later. That's where the follow-ups come into play. Eventually, you're going to catch them in a follow-up email where you're going to catch them in a time that they can actually fill out larger application, larger information. The commitments that people make shape their self-image. So how they're deciding to go about things and do things makes them think about who they are and defines them as a person. So remember that. It goes back to that commitment and consistency thing. All the decisions that they're trying to make or that they do make, they want to appear consistent with those consciously and subconsciously. So use that commitment ladder. Start small, grow up.